Hello, my beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me. So, this is going to be a psycho prediction for the Aquarius. This is for Aquarius season. All right, I'm going to start doing these birthday season psychic predictions for the season. So then that way, it's just fun. Why not? Why not do it, right? Why not let y'all know what's going to happen and what's going on, right? All right. So Spirit, what do my Aquarius need to know for their season this year? What do they need to know for their best and highest good so that they can all fully stand in their power? Because Lord knows that every other zodiac sign, like the Hood Healer said, have not been on here on this earth for the last however long until this new year. Okay, we've been here, our body's been here. Okay, but our minds, we've been living somewhere else. Okay, we've been living somewhere else. So, what do we need to know? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, Chariot. Okay, so journey. Most definitely a journey, okay? This Aquarius season is going to be a journey for all of us Aquarius, okay? It's going to be a journey because, one, we were fighting, like, basically unprepared, right? We were, like, not fighting unprepared, but, like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, we were kind of caught off guard, okay? Some of us might be caught off guard, okay? If not caught off guard now, we were caught off guard before. Like, before, when people used to ask us about what was going to happen and this and the third, and we gave them our opinions and whatnot, they used to always be like, oh, well, you're just crazy, you're just in your head, like, you're just thinking too much, oh, it's just the Aquarius in you, blase, 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 oh, y'all just weird, you know what I mean? Like, all this, right? They discredited what we thought, right? And so now I guess what Spirit is saying, we have the patience and, yes, we have the patience and we're getting in touch with our intuition, which is why I feel like this lady with her foot in the in the water is really important because it ties back to that high priestess card. Like, now we're getting in touch with our spirituality, our divinity, and our power. And so we're like, you know what? Fuck what y'all got going on. Fuck what y'all are saying about us. Like, okay, we're weird. Okay. And what? We're creative though. We're forward thinking though. You know what I mean? Like, we're on point though. Like, y'all are just upset because the Aquarius been right this whole motherfucking time, and y'all didn't want to listen when y'all should have listened. Okay, y'all didn't want to listen until spirituality and all this shit became mainstream. Okay, because it will become mainstream in 2021. Best believe that. Why do I say that? Because the first fucking sign was when celebrities start partnering up with different services in order to bring people predictions, okay? Like, that to me just discredits the entire fucking, like, spiritual tarot reading, like, all of that. Like, that discredits all of the people who actually do this shit for a living, because now you got somebody like Cardi B. They had Cardi B do the truth teller stuff, and that shit really bothered me because it's like, okay, now you're gonna discredit everybody else who's been doing this as, like, their job, you know what I mean? Or people who are coming up to be readers and stuff. Now y'all are trying to throw, like, spirituality and stuff into the mainstream, so then that way it'll discredit how it actually works. You know what I mean? Just like how they did with astrology, where they threw astrology into mainstream and start making it those cookie cutter, this is for all Aquarius, this is for all whatever, you know what I mean? And it's not what's up. Like, this video right here is for all Aquarius, either sun, moon, rising, whatever. If you got Aquarius on your chart, okay, this is for you. Point blank, period, okay? Especially if it's in your major 3. Like, this is your season 2. I celebrate the other 2 seasons too, okay? I celebrate Sagittarius season and I celebrate Leo season 2. Why? Because I'm a Sagittarius moon and I'm a Leo rising. Okay, so it is what it is. Like, why can't you celebrate 3 different birthdays a year? Why not? Like, you got 3 different signs. You got like more than 3 different signs. So why not, right? All right. Okay. Let me calm down so I can get back to this message. All right. So Spirit said that it's going to be a journey. You know what I mean? It's going to be a journey. And as you can see in this chariot, they have these sphinx in the front, and there's a black one and a white one, and they're all like, you know, yin and yang, right? And so Spirit is saying during this journey and during this time, you're going to really have to like try to keep a leveled head, okay? And like balance that yin and that yang. And I guess that's really speaking towards like just shadow work and just integrating the self with the ego and integrating your body, mind, and your soul, right? Because at the end of the day, when we get to our spiritual standpoint, we're like, okay, what is it that we need to do? What is it that I need to do? And at the end of the day, it always leads back to combining your mind, body, and spirit, because we were born with all those things connected, right, as children. That's why kids are so intuitive and they're so, you know, easily like picked up on energies and stuff like that. They can see things, whatnot. And then we were programmed as adults to, 1, ignore our gut feelings, 2, not follow our intuition, or aka gut feeling, 3, you know what I mean? Like, they just basically dumbed us down to the point where now we have to refine ourselves, 1. 2, really just really find ourselves again and really just connect our body, mind, and spirit all together again. And obviously, because we've been programmed for so long, or we've been out of the loop for so long, it's going to take time for you to get back to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take time. And I tell y'all this all the time. You carry your 3 people with you at all times. You carry your inner child, your present self, and your higher self. Speaking of which, if you don't already have a name for your higher self, come up with a name for your higher self. That's your homework. But what was I saying? Yeah, so even if things happen as we're an adult, we sometimes don't understand that affects our inner child, okay? That's the reason why when things happen and it doesn't go our way, we react like children. Think about that, right? For example, if the club bouncer told you that you couldn't get in and you start cussing the club bouncer out, isn't that the same thing as a kid throwing a temper tantrum because you told them they couldn't have something? Same exact thing, right? But we don't even notice it. We don't even notice that, like, damn, our triggers as adults are the same triggers as kids. And it's because we learned those triggers from when we were kids. Why? Because we saw somebody else reacting and we mimicked it, right? That's just human nature. We mimic what we see. That's why they say that your parents play such a big role in your life, whether they are or aren't in your life. It's a big impact, because that's where we learn the majority of our behaviors. Okay, like your parents, for example, if you saw, like, this was one in Star, if you've ever watched the TV show Star. If not, you need to go watch it. Okay, they canceled it after 4 seasons, so I'm just gonna let you know right off the bat before you even start. Okay, they canceled it after, like, I think 3 or 4 seasons. And it's a really good show. They talk about a lot of stuff in there, especially like social injustice, Black Lives Matter. They talk about a lot of like industry stuff too. So I think that they were just diving too deep into the truth, and the producers of the people who were over the show and stuff didn't want, I guess, people to wake up. You know, y'all know how it is. They limit information so that, you know, you don't wake up and you realize certain things, right? Okay, so in Star, damn, what was I gonna say about Star? Shit. Okay, so in Star is like the main character, right? And she has a boyfriend. Well, kind of like, I guess, like a lover or something. I guess you can call him like a situationship. Okay, so in the beginning of the show or whatnot, like, yeah, in like the first season or so, and like his like, they tell us in the show that he grew up with his dad beating his mom, right? And so at some point later in on the show, he puts his hands on his girl, right? And so his goddad, or yeah, his godfather is like, damn, you're just like your dad, like you're just like your fucking dad, you know what I mean? And so that, I felt like, was them showing us like how that type of stuff affects us. Like, he didn't know where that came from. He just said, I got so angry and I snapped and I just hit her. But I don't know where that came from. Like, I don't know where it came from. But his godfather told him where it came from. He said, you're just like your dad. You know what I mean? Because his dad used to hit his mom all the time. And so it's like, even things like that, we might not notice it as a trauma. We might not notice it as a trigger. But it becomes a trigger because what is the only behavior that we learned that we know? We didn't see anybody else. Like, for example, if you grew up with your mom or your dad beating on your mom and you never saw a man treating a woman in a way that's not like that, you're not going to know the difference between right and wrong. You're only going to know what wrong is, but to you it's right because you don't know what the other side is. That's why I always tell y'all, like, with the balance between yin and yang, like, there has to be light for you to know that there's dark, and there has to be dark for you to know there's light. Just like how in yin and yang, there has to be the black, the dark, the black part for you to know that there's the white part. Like, you have to have, movement. That's the only way that there's going to be movement. So yeah. And so really Spirit is saying, like, during this time, like, if you're ready to do it, start doing shadow work. You know what I mean? Start noticing your triggers. Start asking yourself, why am I mad when you get mad? Okay? It's all about those moments where you get pissed off and you snap, but before you snap, you're like, you know what? Why am I mad right now? What did this person do right now to make me be mad? Because at the end of the day, like I heard Big Empress Energy saying in one of her recent readings, you're like, the person didn't make you mad. Okay? The person didn't do shit to you. You did it to yourself. The person said something, you took it personal, and now you're angry. Okay? And that's just transference of energy. Most of the time when that happens is because that other person is angry. They say some angry shit to you. You get angry, and now you're stuck with that energy, right? Or, for example, y'all know this for shit show. When you have friends that come and tell you, oh, like, this is what's been going on in my life, and it's so la 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 la, and they come with you with all this fucking drama, right? And then before they hang up the phone, they're like, oh, I felt so much better talking to you. And then after, like, you get off the phone with them, you feel like shit. Why? Because they transferred all their bullshit over to you by telling you about it, and then you accepted it. You took on the feelings that they had about that situation, if that makes any sense. For example, if they were sad, upset, and depressed about the situation, they told you about it, and you felt sad, depressed, and whatever along with them, instead of just objectively hearing the story, you know what I mean? And just, okay, taking the story as it is, instead of feeling through all the things that they're feeling. Now, you got that energy. And so, what was it? And if you've ever seen Two Can Play at This Game, they do it multiple times in the movie, where Chester Morris, I don't remember his name right now. Chester Morris and Vivica Fox, they pass on the feelings of anger to each other. So, like, at first, Odu was jealous that she was with somebody else. No. She was jealous that he was with somebody else. And then so she went and got another dude with her. And then now he started getting jealous because she was with somebody else. And that was just all a transference of energy. Like, you see it happen multiple times throughout the movie every time they get into it with each other. They get into it with each other, and then, his anger passes on to her. Now she does something to pass that anger back to him. And it just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's why they call it Two Can Play at This Game. Right? Yeah, two can play at this game. And so, yeah. I forgot where I was going with that, but back to the message. My Aquarius says, y'all need to trust in your intuition. Okay? I feel like one of the signs that has, like, probably one of the strongest intuitions, maybe it's just in my opinion. Okay? Maybe it's because I'm an Aquarius Sun, and it's just in my opinion. Okay? But I feel like our intuition is very on point. We're very intuitive beings. You know what I mean? Being born under the sign of the Aquarius. And it's just like, I guess over time, a lot of people dumbed us down. A lot of people doubted us. A lot of people, I guess in a way, like Sukiana said, you saw that I was a star. Like you knew I was going to be a star, but you didn't want me to know that too. You know what I mean? Like you saw that I was going to be successful maybe later on in life, or you saw that I was going to be able to do great things. And because you didn't see that in your own self, you were jealous and you didn't want me to do good. And I feel like a lot of Aquarius that are watching this right now will understand where I'm coming from. Like, we're just different. You know what I mean? Like, we're just different. Everybody is different. Don't get me wrong. Everybody is different. But I feel like having an Aquarius placement as a sun placement or as a moon or rising placement, we're different. Okay? We're different from other people. We think outside the box. We think, the best of things. We think, okay, well, what if the world was like this instead of like how it is now? You know what I mean? Like we have that hope and we have the optimism. So I feel like a lot of the times people will try to dumb us down or try to like take that away from us. And you just have to remember, like, don't let them do it. Don't let them have that power over you. Don't let them take that shit away from you, because that's who you are meant to be. Like, I tell y'all this all the time. There is nobody else on this fucking earth like you. There's nobody on this earth that's like me. There's nobody on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are all 100% like unique snowflakes. We're like one of a kind. And it's just like the fact that like, because as humans, we try to like, compare ourselves with other people or try to find groups of similarities so that we all could fit in a box. Like, y'all, at the end of the day, we were born into this world alone and we will go alone. Like, leave this world alone, okay? Like that's just the truth at the end of it. Like, for real, like, at the end of the day, you were born into this world by yourself, and you're gonna die by yourself. You're not gonna die, like, with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are not gonna, like, well, most likely, y'all not gonna be holding hands and then go to heaven together. Like, that's not how shit happens. Everybody has their own journey and their own experience. And I feel like I really felt that when my husband said, like, I'm not here to exist with you. I'm like alongside you. I'm here to exist with you. You know what I mean? Like, we're all here meant to be here to live our own lives and exist amongst each other, but not like with each other by our side. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, for example, you're driving a motorcycle, okay? And by you feeling like you have to compare yourself with somebody or always have somebody by your side is you being the motorcycle that has the person sitting in the sidecar. Like, you don't need no fucking sidecar. You can just drive the motorcycle by your fucking self. If that makes any sense. I know my analogies are sometimes like kind of out there, so if they don't make sense, just let me know, okay? And then I'll correct myself. Okay. All right, let's see. But yeah, like, really, that's what this whole message is really about, is that we're going to be on this journey, and it's not going to be easy. And it's going to be that we have to face parts of us that we don't like. And it's okay, because we are always being, one, divinely guided, and two, we have our intuition. We have our higher self within us at all times. Y'all need to remember that. Stop looking outside for answers that you already have inside of you. It's okay to go looking outside for confirmation. Like, for example, if you watch this video and I confirm things for you, that's different than you always going out and looking for something else besides yourself. You still have to be able to sit with yourself and ask yourself, okay, does this resonate with me? Okay, and that's your discernment. And that's why I say discernment is so important in the spiritual journey, because not everything that everybody says, and this is me included, like, not everything that I say is going to resonate with you. Not everything that I say is going to, sit with you well right here, right now. It might take you 6 more months for you to accept the message that I'm saying right now. And that's fine. Why? Because you're on your journey. Your journey doesn't have to magically align with my journey or anybody else's journey. Y'all got to understand that. Like, spiritual healing is not linear, okay? It's not like, oh, this is the only way it can go, okay? It's whatever goes for you. Like, if you want to go like this, you can go like that. Like, nobody said you couldn't go like this and you only had to go like this. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly feel like that's why we're starting to see so many different groups come out, or different, I guess, way of labeling things, honestly. Different human interpretations coming out, because people are starting to realize that we are all different. Yeah, we do have similarities, and that's what brings us together, but we all are different people. We all have different abilities. We all have different, anything, like everything. We're all different, okay? And that's okay. I feel like they taught us that diversity was okay, but in the same breath, they made it not okay. And then so that's why a lot of us were confused. We're like, oh yeah, even though they're celebrating diversity, why? They have to celebrate diversity in schools, y'all. They can't tell y'all that only white people are cool, okay? They have to tell y'all that diversity is cool, because diversity is needed, because everybody's supposed to be here, so that you won't have friction between kids, like not liking other kids because of the color of their skin. Like, they do it to help minimize those kind of frictions, but it still happens. You know what I mean? Like, and anybody who's an immigrant or anything like that can attest to it. Like, it is what it is. Like, they look at us differently. But that's another topic for another video. So, anyways, back to the message. Okay? So, this was a really long video. I'm so sorry, y'all. But y'all know what? I be dropping gems. Okay? So, I said what y'all need to know, not what y'all want to hear. Alright, let me pull some cards from this soul journey to give us a little bit more clarity, okay? Just a little bit, just like a little couple of affirmations or something, you know what I'm saying? To let us know, like, oh, okay, this is what we're dealing with right now. Okay, let's see. It says change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I literally alluded to that earlier. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. I tell y'all this all the time. Blocks and obstacles are not blocks and obstacles. They're a blessing in disguise. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunity it presents. I tell y'all this all the time. Having gratitude for the stuff you already have now will bring forth more stuff for you to be grateful for, right? Because gratitude is a vibration. Just like love, just like happiness, just like joy. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So speaking on this card reminded me, at the end of the day today, I want y'all to try this out, okay? I want you to sit and meditate at the end of your day, whenever that may be, and I want you to say out loud, I call all of my energy back to me. And you can say it as many times as you feel called to, but just say, I call all my energy back to me. Right now. Okay? You gotta say right now, because you gotta demand it, right? Okay, so right now. And I kid y'all not. Y'all will feel all the things and all the people that you gave your energy to, that you gave, like, paid attention to, made you feel some type of way, anything like that. You will feel the energy start coming back into your body. Like, literally. And I tell you, like, if you do this for like a week, 21 days really. If you do this for at least 21 days, I promise you, you will feel so much more better. Like, as far as energy-wise. Like, you're not going to feel as energetically depleted. You're not going to feel as, you know what I'm saying? Like, as drained or anything like that. Because you're calling back your power to your body every single day. And so, it'll even train you to notice when you're giving your power away. So then that way, you don't even allow it to happen, in the first place. But yeah, if that reading resonated with y'all, please let me know in the comments. You can tip me via Cash App or buy me a coffee. Other than that, I will have new videos up on my YouTube as usual. I am working on a couple of things, so I'm super excited about that. Other than that, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I love y'all, and happy Aquarius season.